interesting to go through the latest episode of Helluva Boss and for Blitz to go from his journey from being selfish and only caring about himself to being truly self-sacrificing. I think that they did a great job of being able to explain it, and a little bit about Stolas and his own being a codependent person and naturally a caretaker, and how those both interplay.
You and your crew are on trial for stealing a powerful goetic heirloom for undocumented personal use in the mortal realm.
I didn't steal that thing. I mean, I tried. Point is, it was given to me, okay? I was allowed to use it.
Lies!
When we're talking about the different hierarchies of hell, or just in life, it does cause a huge bias, the way that people already feel about you and your kind. And definitely there is a whole bunch of racism that happens on imps because they are seen as worthy of less, and so because of that, when they're accused of committing a crime by someone that is seen as higher up, there's a greater chance that that will stick. And unfortunately in human dynamics, the same thing is in play.
Committing such horrid acts to gain the upper hand!
That isn't what happened!
Sorry. What do we say about negative energies in our mind temple? Remember to take deep breaths.
Right, yeah. Continue.
Now they play this off of their mind temple and negative energies, and they make it kind of a farce. But actually, it can work really well. Whatever you're practicing at any moment, you're getting better at it. So if you're constantly negative, if you're constantly complaining, if you're angry all the time, that part of your brain is beefing up. So if you don't want to get better at being angry or feeling negative all the time, don't practice it.
But I would never do that!
What a disappointment.
This is bullshit, guys. I've met this little imp dude before. He's a real wild card, but he's a lot of fun, and I think we should hear him out. It's probably not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a good reason for all this.
I know in the last video, I'll put it up, I gave B a really hard time and took a ton of flack for it. But here she is taking a stand against everyone else, and that takes a ton of courage. So I have to say, my hat's off to B for defending Blitz when there's no benefit for her. It only puts a target on her, and she knows that this isn't the way that everyone else feels. So good for B for being able to protect people when they can't protect themselves. And yes, Ozzy, of course, comes to the rescue also, because Ozzy. And that shows a lot of really strong leadership qualities, and it only takes one person to be able to stand up against someone that helps give other people strength. And in this case, it's not Ozzy the first one to be able to stand up, it is B. Good on her, and I'm sorry, yes, maybe I was a little bit too harsh on her. You can watch the video and let me know.
You, Blitzø, and your crew are hereby sentenced to death.
Fizzaroli is there texting Ozzy right away. One is, you can notice that his name is Froggy on it, which is so cute, but he's trying to protect his friend, and you can see how heartfelt Ozzy feels that there's very little he can do, very little in his power that he can do to be able to help him, but you can see it distresses him also.
No! God damn, Your Highness! It was me. It was all me, okay? You can't expect to teach anyone a lesson by killing all of us.
And this is it. That's that moment for Blitz, that journey of trying to become from someone that is selfish and only cares about himself and only sees his value as a sexual object or for things that he can do for other people, to truly being self-sacrificing. I think that the show did such a great job of being able to show that journey throughout the episodes of him actually coming to the realization of who he wasn't who he wanted to be. And then I think that the relationship that he's developed with Millie made a huge difference, to see that his value is also as a friend, that he has made an actual difference in people's lives. He's touched them, and you can see how many people care about him. It's a really difficult thing for people that are more avoidant to be able to do that, to be able to let people in. It takes so much vulnerability to really feel that we're cared about when we believe that if people really knew who we were, that they would reject us. And so I think that that shows such wonderful growth from Blitz.
You dare try to tell me how to punish?
Satan. Sorry. You know what? Today is an amethyst, and you're acting kind of ruby. You know, try some meditation. Realign your chakras.
So I'll stop a little bit about like the chakras and the different crystals. You know what? A lot of people would mock that or make fun of it. It doesn't matter. Whatever matters to you, whatever brings you into that zone, it could be crystals, it could be different types of meditation, different belief systems, cats, it doesn't matter. Whatever makes you feel good, archetypes and imagery really do matter. Colors, music, song. It doesn't have to be what everyone else believes. So I also think that we need to be respectful that other people's ways may be different than yours. And you also don't want it to be maladaptive. Maladaptive coping techniques are ones that you're leaning on something that you may become dependent on, or it's not making you learn from yourself. So that could be drinking or an addiction. You don't want to fall into something that you can't climb out of, or it doesn't make you stronger to be able to climb out also.
I'm the rogue here, not them.
Fine. I suppose I created him kind to be obedient. I see no reason to punish the dutiful. Just axe the mouthy one.
Oh, I did not see that coming. Look, I'm sorry, Mox. I did everything I could.
You know he means you, right?
Love that moment. It's so good. Because it's true, right? When you have a certain amount of like narcissistic traits you sometimes don't see, it doesn't mean that he's narcissistic, but it does mean that he has some traits that he's not always so self-aware. Sometimes you're not always as aware of everything that's happening around you. So I just think it's really cute that he assumes that it has to be Moxie, because to him, Moxie is the mouthiest person because he doesn't see his own behavior. So often we are looking at the world through the facets of the glass that as we see them, but it's difficult to shatter that and be able to see the world the way that other people might see them. So Blitz still has a little bit of an issue with that.
Oh my Lucifer, what are they doing?
Yes, you notice he said Lucifer, not Satan. I just thought that that was kind of interesting. It's like Lucifer was able to fly in, but okay, crossovers. Another time.
Your Highness, please! Blitz, just...
Moxie, stop.
Blitz, I can't let you.
This big red never planned on hearing us out. Just take care of Loona for me.
No, I can't look, Millie.
Also love how much Blitz cares about Loona. That's the one thing that he wanted to make sure of, is that his girl is taken care of. We sometimes don't notice how loving and caring of a dad Blitz is. He's not a perfect father. Again, we're not going to mistake love with meaning that we are healthy in the way that we handle everything, but he really cares for her deeply.
I love you guys.
Oh, my holy heck.
Wasn't that the best moment? That was the best moment. You knew it was gonna happen, but when I saw that Feather and Stolas was there to be able to protect Blitz, I was so excited. I screamed. Now, Stolas is naturally a caretaker. He's self-sacrificing. That is his role. And caretakers are often the ones that put themselves last. They're always there to rescue, and often they don't even know their own wants and needs because they're so busy trying to take care of everyone else. And Stolas' journey is very different from Blitz. Stolas is trying to learn about boundaries and confrontation and being able to stand up for himself. It's still easier to stand up for others than themselves, but I also think that this is a great step in Stolas' journey as well, being able to deal with confrontation and take a stand.
What in Lucifer's hell is this?
I am about to explain everything in the only way I know how. Song! Yes! Yes! Cántalo, baby!
Wait. I love that other, I don't know who would, wait, I'm gonna go back to see what his name is. Vasago. I love Vasago. He's so cute. He's just so cute, and he stands up for people. These are the people that you want in your corner, that have the courage of their convictions, even though it might be something that's an affront to the usual culture, the usual status quo. Good on him.
No simple imp of mine could master the disaster. Oh, it stings that you thought you had caught the schemer of the schemes I wrought. I confess, It was me and I have no regrets.
And it's brilliant. Stolas is using their own racism against them, saying, how in the world could you think that an imp could come up with this amazing mastermind of a plan? Only someone like me, like us, could be able to do something that is so dastardly. And because of that, he's also becoming a shield to protect Blitz.
I have regrets. Why am I throwing my freedom away for this idiot? I would rather be dead. I can live life without you by my side. So if it keeps you up, what are you doing? I don't deserve it.
It's just so beautiful. There's something about their relationship that started off so maladaptive with so many issues. They're coming to terms with understanding that they actually matter to each other. And even though they've both done all kinds of things that they shouldn't have, that they really want to do better, to be better for the other, even if it might be too late. And some relationships are worth making better, that people sometimes make mistakes and they can become better people. Does that mean that you have to accept that? No, that's up to each person. You have to make that decision whether it's too far gone or not. And no one can make that for you. There's no litmus test or math to be able to deal with that. And other people might judge or say yes or no, but this is up to you. You have to decide what you feel comfortable with and for the right reasons. And that's why sometimes it's better to go through that with someone else that might be specifically trained in that. Or if not, journal and deal with it yourself to be able to go through it. But I often say writing it down is often a better adaptive way to be able to look at what you're dealing with, what's happened, and what you want.
I am the mastermind, the master of my fate. Sure as the stars have shined, I'll give my life to clean my slate. You're my light, you're my heart. Only death can rend our love.
Just a really sweet song, I have to say. There is something so beautiful about the words that they're saying. They're singing it in such a heartfelt manner. I really feel it. I like a lot of Stolas' songs.
Oh, no, Stolas, you can't do this. Stolas, please, get the off me. Stolas! Use your powers, do something! Stolas! Let me back in!
I feel it when Blitz says they use your powers, do something, do anything. For me, it reminds me a lot of the fire when Blitz was a little boy and he also felt powerless. There was nothing he could do in that he lost his mom and Fitz and all of his world kind of came crumbling down, and it's happening again. And someone with an avoidant attachment type, they seem really cold-hearted on the outside, that they don't care, that they can just take care of things themselves. But actually that's their fear. Similar to the anxious attachment type where their fear is being left alone, the avoidant, it's the same thing. The same fear, even the same type of things that create that. Neglect, trauma, being left alone, parental figures that are not truly there for you when you need it, except their response to that is completely different. The anxiously attached keeps people around and needs them close, where the avoidant learns just to believe in themselves, just to trust themselves, and keep everyone else away. They are a solo pillar. And for this, Blitz has finally learned that he can have people that he can depend and love and trust and be vulnerable with and let them in. But here he is, learning that and still losing him.
Sir,
Dad,
you're here.
don't you ever do that to me again, you idiot.
And there we have Blitz seeing all these people that truly, genuinely love him. That is so healing for people with attachment injuries, to feel that pure, unadulterated love no matter what. And yes, you heard Loona say dad. Now she feels so much more comfortable with it. So it's also healing for Loona that she, as an older child, gets adopted. It can be really hard to feel safe and to feel trusting of that. And here she is being able to call him dad. Stella. You see Octavia, and I was thinking maybe Stella would show some redeeming traits, but no, Stella really is that person that makes it really hard to understand and have any kind of empathy or thought or care towards. To think that she is just going to have her daughter go through this and not even try to help or fix it, at least for her daughter's sake, that she loves her dad and she should do the right thing. But no, of course she doesn't.
I hereby strip you of your status, your power, and your title.
What about my daughter? She'll be safe and sound with her mother.
Have been banished.
You suck, Stolas! Hey, off, fucko!
No, it's fine, Blitz. I'm okay.
That's a little bit of that caretaking where he won't defend himself. If it happened to someone else, he would have fought them, but he doesn't have enough care to fight for himself yet. It's still Stolas's part of his journey, that if it's not okay to have this happen to anyone else, it's not okay to have it happen for himself either. And that's the thing that happens with people that are caretakers. They often put themselves at the lowest part of their list. They often deal with low self-esteem, having dealt with trauma and loss and neglect. And because of that, they feel that their lot in life, their only thing that they have, is if they can help and protect others. Also, similar to those that are avoidant, for people that are caretakers, they think that their one joy is to be able to see other people happy, often at their own cost. For some caretakers, they don't even know what they want or need. That's how much of their time is spent trying to care for others. Other people's problems are foremost on their list of things to do, but not their own.
You need a ride home.
I have no home now. Everything I have is gone.
Look, come with me, all right? Let's get you out of here. You'll need a place to stay.
Like, yay, Blitz, here you are, caring for someone. And that is the secret wish of the caretaker, is to be cared for, to be loved, to be tended to in a way that they would tend to others. But they can't ask for it. They rarely will ask for help when they really need it. They're so used to doing it for everyone else. And so because of that, they're often attached to people that will use and abuse them. People that are narcissistic in their traits, or people that only care what they can use from someone and then they will discard them. So they also end up getting hurt over and over again, being used as doormats. So if this is you, and you're the one that every time in your head you say no, but out of your mouth you say yes, you need to work on this. Put yourself on a higher place in the list. If you are feeding your plants and your pets before you feed yourself, though you are hungry, this is a huge issue. They also often have issues with boundaries and conflicts, that they will avoid them and they'll let people step over them and on them all the time. So you want to work on all of those things. It might just start with saying maybe instead of yes, or if you can, I have to think about it. And if you really can, just say no. You can always say yes later, but practice being able to deal with confrontation. It'll make you stronger and feel better. And remember, no is a complete sentence. They ask you why, you don't have to answer something just because someone asks. And so sweet. The way that Blitz looks at Stolas, you can tell there's genuine care and worry for how he feels. And you see the way that Blitz is standing, he feels bad. He feels bad that Stolas lost all of this, and lost all of this for him. He's not used to that. He's not used to people sacrificing themselves for him.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Gracias. But, okay, the throwing, not necessary. Okay, thank you.
And it's an interesting dichotomy that for Blitz, he's now being loved. He's seen as a hero, but then he sees someone, he can't enjoy it fully because he sees the person that he's caring for, that he loves, being treated as the villain. And that happens in media, unfortunately, that what we consume can change the way that we look at things. And that's the problem when we deal with social media. Because we can live inside of this bubble, we actually end up with more and more polarized views, but often it's not the truth. We end up thinking our view is right because everything else that we're fed, because we have avoided any divergent views, is the right view, even more of a true view. And then we become more polarized away from the center. And that's really unhealthy for us.
Hey, I'm so glad you're okay.
I love you, Dad.
I just love it. I'm sorry. Loona and Blitz, their growth as a family is really beautiful. And for her to be able to say that, she feels so much safer with Blitz that he's not going to leave her. I think that their relationship has gotten really special. He's shown that he's there and solid for her. And she has been for him too. You can see his little smiling face, that happiness, and Stolas watching him, looking at how beautiful a relationship that they have.
It's a nice agua.
So cute, everyone tending to Stolas. Again, for a caretaker, that means so much. And the voice that Blitz is using for Stolas is really soothing. And that Loona also has thought about making sure that he has clothing so that he can be dry and feel good, probably while his clothing is being taken care of. And for caretakers, this is really healing. This makes them feel more secure and happier to be able to have other people care for them. But also, it can often feel foreign, like this isn't right, and they might say no to being able to be cared for. And so when people are codependent and so used to being the ones that are caring for others through illness, and they often find people that are ill or sick or broken that need fixing and taken care of, specifically because that's what they feel comfortable with and that's what they feel their role is. So they often will say no, even though sometimes they should say yes. And Stolas probably would have just wandered around all alone on his own if Blitz hadn't have taken the lead and made sure, not even asked, do you want a place to stay, but said you need a place to stay and took him home and is taking care of him. But that doesn't mean that you have to force people. You also have to know that they have their own rights to be able to do things or not. You might want to ask more than once and understand the personality types. And that's where understanding what someone else's personality type is and why they do things is so monumental to human dynamics. If you understand that, then you can make better choices that are still respectful to those around you. I think all of us have had moments where we're walking like Stolas is, where we just feel like the weight of the whole world is on our shoulders and it feels so daunting. People often have a hard time to be around someone when they're feeling really sad and depressed and we want to fix it or say something that will make them feel better. But sometimes we want to just hold that space for someone else and allow them not to feel good. Sometimes it's okay not to feel okay, and you need space and time to be able to process it. And you saying, oh, smile, and trying to make them feel better can often make someone feel worse or that they're a burden because they don't feel great. And so that doesn't allow them the grace of being able to process in the time that they need to. So sometimes not saying anything, just being a safe place to be there is the right thing to do also. And I like that for Blitz, he's just gonna take care of Stolas and make sure that he's warm and fed and has a safe place to be.
Thank you, Stolas, for saving my life.
Always.
Just such a beautiful line from Stolas, that always, that person that is always there, that ride or die. And I think that that is what Stolas has tried to be. I think that in that one word, it really embodies a lot of the relationship between Blitz and Stolas, and from moving from an unhealthy relationship to one that possibly can be much healthier. Just a cute ending. I just thought that was like such a sweet, cute ending with Blitz kind of caressing Stolas and Stolas looking so majestic on the couch, and a sweet, kind, thoughtful kiss on the cheek, which is a huge difference in their relationship of something that is caring, friendly, and loving, not just hot and passionate. And I think that that shows some great hope for where we might be seeing the relationship between Blitz and Stolas in the future. If you want to make a difference in the world, don't click away because this video is sponsored by 80,000 Hours. 80,000 Hours is a nonprofit that aims to help people find careers that make a lasting difference in the world. I often help people with their career choices, but 80,000 Hours has a really cool twist that focuses on careers where you can make a positive, impactful difference in the world. Yes, Victor tried it. You can do one better. And isn't that what a lot of us want? And I would even say in today's world, need to do. Many of us wish to make that lasting change, but there's just so many options. It can be a really difficult choice to figure out, one, just what are the options out there, and two, what would be one that would work for you. And 80,000 Hours doesn't just look at the usual cookie-cutter careers that many people think of. They have a wide range of careers that you may not have even thought of before. I also really like that they avoid the usual platitudes and unsupported generalizations. In fact, all of the recommendations are based on careful research and consultation with experts in the relevant fields. 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, for 40 years is 80,000 hours. Yeah, it's a lot of time, and it may as well be spent doing what you love and making a positive impact in the world at the same time. And 80,000 Hours isn't just giving ideas. They've actually researched the advice for the past 10 years alongside academics at Oxford to give you accurate, evidence-based career advice that helps you do more good in the world with the time that you have at hand. Oh, and sorry, I know I buried the lead because you're probably all thinking, how much does this cost and what do I have to do to get it? So here we go. Everything they provide is free. Free forever. They're a non-profit. I know, I was in shock myself. So really, what do you have to lose? Even if you're in a career, why not just check it out and see? Because maybe you'll find something that just makes your heart sing. And that's their aim, to help solve global problems by helping people find the careers that make an impact on solving those problems. And if you join the newsletter now, you can get a free copy of their in-depth career guide sent directly to your inbox. So just sign up at 80,000hours.org/Georgia to get started planning a career that works on one of the world's most pressing problems. So sign up now at 80,000hours.org/Georgia. Yes, use my link. Thank you so much, 80,000 Hours, for supporting this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.